Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the sometimes confusing language of the business world. Today, we are diving into a report from Arcadia Biosciences. They seem on the surface. We'll see if Arcadia is planting seeds of success or just sowing confusion. This report reveals a potential problem with a deal they made last year, and it could mean they are not getting paid millions of dollars that they are owed. It also discusses a future merger of Arcadia with another company and what all of this might mean for the people who own stock in Arcadia. Before we get started, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed to Corporate Decoder. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below if you want to dive deeper into these topics. The earliest event reported in this filing is May 14, 2025, so let's jump right into what happened that day and the events that followed it. Last year in May, Arcadia sold some parts of its business called the Good Wheat business to another company called Above Food. As part of the deal, Above Food was supposed to pay Arcadia $6 million using something called a promissory note, which is basically like an IOU. The agreement stated that Above Food would pay Arcadia interest and $2 million of the principal, the main amount of the debt, on each of the first, second, and third anniversaries of the note. The note also included an interesting option. Arcadia could ask Above Food to give them shares of Above Food stock instead of the final $2 million payment. Think of it like Arcadia betting on Above Food's future success. Now, Above Food became a subsidiary of another company, Above Food Ingredients Inc., or AFII, whose shares are traded on the Nasdaq stock market. So the shares Arcadia could receive would be shares of AFII instead. According to the agreement, if Arcadia chose to receive shares, it would count as having received the final $2 million payment. However, Above Food would still be required to make the first two payments as agreed. In May of this year, Arcadia sent a notice to Above Food asking to receive shares of AFII instead of the $2 million payment that would be due in 2026. They calculated that they were owed about 3.5 million shares. Above Food acknowledged the notice, but here is where things get messy. The first payment of $2 million plus about $475,000 in interest was due this year in May. As of the date of this report, Above Food has not made the payment and Arcadia has not received any shares. This failure to pay is a big deal. It's officially considered a default, a breaking of the agreement. Making matters worse, Above Food is currently going through a receivership proceeding in Canada. This means they are in financial trouble and a receiver has been appointed to manage their assets. Arcadia says it's considering its options to get the money it's owed. Now let's switch gears to another important deal Arcadia is working on. Last year in December, Arcadia announced a plan to merge with a company called Roosevelt Resources in an all-stock transaction. This means Arcadia would issue shares of its own stock to the owners of Roosevelt's assets. This report is not an official solicitation for shareholders to approve the merger. It's just providing information. An official vote will happen later. Arcadia encourages investors to check their website for more information about the proposed transaction. The filing also includes a list of people who might be involved in getting shareholders to approve the deal. This is just a technical exhibit containing data from the filing. And so what does all this mean? Arcadia is facing a potential loss of millions of dollars from the Above Food deal. Above Food is not paying them what they are owed and are in financial distress. Arcadia is evaluating how to recover this money. On the other hand, they are also working on merging with Roosevelt Resources, which could be a positive move for the company. Arcadia is a company with both opportunities and risks. They are trying to grow through mergers and acquisitions, but they also face the risk of not getting paid for previous deals. This report raises some questions about the company's direction. While the potential merger with Roosevelt Resources could be beneficial, the default on the Above Food note is a significant concern. Alright, that's our breakdown of Arcadia's latest filing. What's your take on these developments and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.